Welcome back, guys. So in our first part of the video we have discussed about the test bench which we are going to use for verification of DUT in system Verilog. So in the test bench we will do some recap. So there is a top module, there is a test, and in the environment there is a generator class and driver, and we are going to generate the transaction here and drive it to our send this transaction to the driver using mailbox, and we are going to drive this transaction to the DUT using the interface. So far what we have did is we have first designed, means we are going to take our DUT as a full adder. We have wrote a code for Verilog code for that design, and also the interface we wrote. So this is a Verilog code for our design. This is an interface. So in the interface basically what we do is we are just declaring the signals which are present in our design, like input 1, input 2, see, carry input, sum, carry output. So all these signals we are defining here, and we have also wrote a test class. So what we are doing in the test class is basically we are including the environment.sv file. So this is if you see the hierarchy, see this is an environment, so we are declaring it here, and from this test we are means we are including that file basically, and we are instantiating this environment file here, and we are assigning a memory to it. So further we will see how this works. So in order to save our time, what I have did is I have already coded all the things, and I will explain you one by one with a flow. So I think you have understood about the design, right? This is a full adder design, and this is a interface signals, and so for now just neglect this test, I will explain you further. So now let's go with the transaction. So see, in the transaction what will happen, so you will use this transaction class. So in the transaction class you will declare the signals, that is input 1, input 2, then the carry input, and these are some. So you will write a randomize here. Why you why means rand c or rand, you will declare the rand keyword. Why you will declare the rand keyword is that further in the generator you will use this transaction, you will use this class for randomizing these inputs. Okay, so this is our transaction class. So it's pretty simple, it's straightforward. Okay, so we have a transaction class now. Okay, now let's go to generator. So in the generator what we are doing is we are declaring class generator, and inside the class generator what we are doing is we are instantiating this transaction class. Okay, this transaction class. So you know that now in transaction class we have all the signal information, and we have declared all the signals, and basically we are writing a rand keyword there. Okay, so we have instantiated this transaction class, and we are now declaring one mailbox here. So for declaring the mailbox, you know the syntax: mailbox and the name. Okay, and in the function new what we are doing is, in the function new this we are getting this as an argument. So now I will explain further how we are getting this argument. For just now, remember that there is one argument which you are getting, it is of a type mailbox. Okay, and you are assigning this incoming mail mbox to our present mbox in this class. So you know why we use this keyword. So this keyword is mainly used for suppose this way two variable names are same, right? So in order to avoid the confusion, that if you write mbox equal to mbox, then our simulator will get confused that okay, then exactly where I need to assign the value. So that's why it's assigned here. So now you will say we are not assigning any memory to our mailbox, but don't worry. So this memory will be assigned in top class, and from there we are just assigning it to the present class mbox. Okay, so now we will declare one class, that is a task run. So inside this class what we will do is we will assign the memory to our transaction first, and we are assigning the value. So you can do randomize here, but for time being, or for just scenario purpose, what we will do is for just one case scenario, what we will do is we will hard code the values, like input 1 we will assign 1, input 2 will assign 1, and scene we will assign 0. Okay, and we will display the value, that which values we have assigned, and now we will put this transaction into the mailbox, right? So now you got the idea, right? So this is our, so basically we have this mailbox here. So we are assigning, so we are putting our transaction into the mailbox. So how to put the transaction is using this put method. Okay, so this is our generator class. Now coming to driver class. So this is our driver class. So now in the driver class what we need is, now if you see here, using this driver class we are going to drive our transaction to DUT, so with the help of a interface. But this interface is a static property. Okay, this interface is a static class, static what we say, it's static nature. So interface what we have defined is a static nature, but we now what we will do is we will declare on virtual interface, because this driver is a dynamic type, so it will be created during the runtime. All the classes are dynamic time, so it will be created during the runtime. So we will get this interface handle. So first what we will do is we will declare one interface handle. Okay, so if you see the name of the interface, so full adder fa underscore intf. Okay, so this is our name of interface handle. So we will declare it as a virtual type, and we will again declare the mailbox and the transaction class. I hope you remember in like what we did in the generator. So similarly we will do here in driver. Now what we are doing, we have sent the transaction from the generator, we have to receive the transaction in our driver. So to in order to receive the driver, in order to receive our transaction, what we will do is, see here also, if you see what argument in function new, we are only assigning memory to our transaction tr equal to new. We are, and this virtual interface and mbox, so we are getting this virtual interface from uh, another class, that is a upper version. So I guess you will guess. So there is a generator, there is driver, so there, which one is the upper class for this? There is a environment class. So definitely from this environment class only we will get this virtual interface as an argument and our mailbox as an argument. So we will assign to this, we will assign this whatever we are getting from our environment, we will assign this to this variable, that is mbox and virtual interface. So I hope you know what is a use of this keyword. Now see the logic for receiving the transaction. Okay, so in the task run in forever begin, we will use forever begin. So whatever transactions we are putting into the mailbox, those transaction we will receive by using the keyword mbox dot get tr. Okay, so basically we have only one mailbox, so we don't need to, so we are creating this mailbox in the environment class itself, and we are just passing those through new key through new method, new function. So if you see in the generator also, we are receiving that mbox through the environment class, that I'm going to tell you in further, in in further in some time. So basically we are getting that mailbox, and here also we are getting the same mailbox. Basically we are sending the transaction using the put method, and in the driver we are getting that using the get method. So see here we have got the we have got our transaction. Now what we will do, we will this transaction which we have got, so we will assign this transaction to our virtual, this interface, virtual interface in one, virtual interface into scene, we will assign these transactions to this. So basically what is happening, we are driving this transaction to our interface signals, right? So this is the basic idea, right? So you are sending the transaction from the generator, so this transaction you are getting into your driver. Now we will send this transaction individually to our virtual interface. But why we are doing this? Now someone will say why we are doing this. The reason for this is that actually this is this transaction will be a packet form. Okay, so we have to send this using signal form, we have to convert this into let's say we will convert packet to signal, like in signal form we have to send this, so that's why we are assigning it like this. And after some 5 time of delay, what we are doing is we will again receive the transaction, right? From the dut we will get sum and cout. So again we are getting that from virtual interface to our transaction, that is sum and out cout, and we are displaying that value here. So now we have so now what we have coded is, we have converted and we have coded generator, driver and transaction class. Now there is a, now we will code go for environment. Okay, so in environment I have coded that. So in environment what files we have? Now transaction we have, generator we have, driver we have coded all these files. Now we will create one environment class. Okay, inside the environment what we will do, we will instantiate generator, we will instantiate driver and also a mailbox. See, we will declare mailbox here, and we will now assign memory to the mailbox in this, in environment. Okay, So we have also declared virtual interface here. So now we will get the idea how it works. So now let's see this mbox, this we will assign first memory to our mailbox. Okay, and what we will do, through new method, we will assign memory to generator and also driver, and also pass this mbox which we have created, also this virtual interface. So this virtual interface which is there, I will explain this you in some time. Just give me some time, I will explain this what exactly we are going to do this with virtual interface, what is happening here. So just remember that we are getting this virtual interface from the top hierarchy. Now which is a top hierarchy, you will say. So the top hierarchy is this. Okay, top, test. So these are two hierarchies, so we will see further. Just remember that we are getting argument as a virtual interface, and we are assigning to our current, so this class virtual interface. Okay, and in the task run it's pretty simple. In the fork join, that is in a parallel fashion, we will start generator run method. If you see here, it's a run method in generator, so we will start the generator run method and driver run method. Okay, so now what we have, we have environment, we have generator, we have driver, we have mailbox for sending the transaction, we have an interface, we have a dut, and also we have wrote a program test. We have wrote a program block for our test. So why we go for a program block is, if you see in the test we have used a program block. So in the test we have included this environment class. Okay, so why we are going for a program block is, the reason being, program block basically helps in synchronization purpose. So there won't be any race condition in this case. So that's why we are going for a program block. Now let's move towards the top. So inside the top, what we will include, now we have our interface and test. So we will include these two files, interface tick include interface and tick include test. So in the test bench, what we will do is, now we have this, so okay, this is our interface. So what is the type of this interface? So this is our interface. Okay, so now what we will do is, we will instantiate this interface first. Okay, so this interface is of physical interface type, not virtual. Okay, so in top module, in so module is a static, right? Module nature is a static, so you have to physically, you have to instantiate here. So that's why we are instantiating physical interface. Now using test tb, we are sending this physical interface. Okay, so now if you come to the test, what will happen, we will send this, uh, we will send this as a, okay, so I have done some mistake here. So let's write here function new, so and function, and inside function new we are receiving the argument as a interface. Okay, so what is the interface? Fa underscore intf. So we will declare it as a intf. Okay, now we are, now what you are doing in the top, if you see this physical interface, we instantiated. So we are passing this handler, we will passing this handle to our test. So this test, if you see, test db. So inside this test db, uh, basically I think, uh, no, we were correct only. So it was correct only, initial begin it was correct only. So what I think is, using this argument we can do. So intf, uh, we can do like this, like fa underscore intf and intf. So this handle we will receive, we can pass it like this. So like this also we can do. Let's see, I have already coded this in ADA Playground, I will show you there. So now where were we were in top. Okay, now what we will do is, we will connect all our DUT signals as we did in normal test bench. What we do in the normal test bench, we connect all our DUT signals which are with our test bench signals. So similarly here we are connecting all our DUT signals which are with our physical interface signal, that is in one, to our this interface signal, into with our physical interface signal into. So similarly we will instantiate, means we will connect all the DUT signals and test bench signals, and in initial begin block we will dump for seeing the waveform purpose. Okay, so now this is our test bench. So a quick recap of our test benches. First we wrote a design, then there is an interface. Okay, and then we have a transaction class. Then we have means we have instantiated this transaction class in this generator. We have declared a mailbox, we are generating the transaction, we are sending it to a driver, we are receiving this transaction here, we are receiving this transaction here, and then we are driving it to our DUT. So I have already explained how we are doing. In the environment class we have instantiated transaction generator driver, okay, and this test has this environment class, and at finally this module has this test from so this is a hierarchy which follows, okay. So it will be like top module, test, then environment, then inside the environment there will be a driver, there will be generator driver, and we will drive this transaction to DUG. So this is our hierarchy. So we for this we need a transaction class and interface signal, okay. Now let's go to EDA playground and let's see how it's how I have already wrote this. So yeah, so if you see all the signals here, so let's start with so this is our design. So basically this is our design, okay. So this is our design full adder, so similar the design is. So what we will do is now we will go with driver, okay. Inside the driver I have wrote the same code here. Generator also same code, we are generating the signals. So transaction also I have just copy pasted that same code. And in the environment C, uh, what they are doing is so here you are getting that interface signal, you have instantiated the environment, and in the initial begin block you are passing through new this virtual interface. And yes, we forget to call the new run method of our environment. So how we will call it as like this, env dot run, so that after this calling the run method, the environment run method will be called, further generator and driver the run method will be called. So this is our code, let's run it, let's see how it works. So there is some connection issue here. So yes guys, so now the now its EDA playground is working properly. So I have pasted all the code here, and now it's giving a correct result. So see what inputs we have put is input 1, first input as 1, second input as a 1, and carry input as a 0. So we are getting the sum as 0 and C out equal to 1. So this is correct. So now what we will do is, so let's go to our drive generator, and inside the generator we will change the code, we will change the input, not code. So let's see what we are getting now. So let's run again. Okay, so after running this we are getting sum as 1 and C out is 0. So this is absolutely correct. So now if you want to see how the randomization work, so see in the transaction class we have already declared as a rand keyword, right? So now what we need to do is in the generator, just comment out this, okay, and just do randomize and put into the transaction, okay. So for how much time, so let's repeat here, repeat suppose 3 times, okay, 3 times. And in the driver now what we need to do is forever begin, so no need to do anything in the driver. So let's see, because we have put the forever begin, so we will definitely get the packets how many times we are sending, so that won't be any issue here. So now let's see what result we are getting. Okay, now if you see the first input which we are randomized input is 1, so output should be 1 and carry output should be 0. Okay, the second input which they are putting is 0 0 0, so sum should be 0, carry out should be 0. The third is actually it's a repeated input, so we are getting, but the result is correct. You can basically experiment with this, just change the input and see what value you are getting. So that's it guys. So this is so in this video we explained about the verification of full adder. So I hope that now you should try from your side, you should take any another design for take half subtractor, take any complex design, any DUT design, and the test bench setup will be like this only. So in the further video what I will do is I will connect monitor and scoreboard for a checker purpose, I will do that also, so don't worry. So in this video that's it. So if you have liked our video, please like, comment and tell us your review. I know this video was little fast, like it's really difficult to explain, to code and explain, because it takes a lot of time and to fix the error, so that video becomes very lengthy. So that's why I have already coded it, and I directly explained you the code. So try from your side. I will also paste I will link one doc file in the below description. So here I will give you all the codes, so don't worry. So you can reuse this code to for your designs, like for to verify any design. Okay, so thank you guys, see you soon.